Chapter 4, 129, Shadow Crow. Translator, Chibi General Editor, Chibi General. The two got through Sunflower Sea safely. Gayao looked behind her, breathing out deeply, her worried heart finally settled. To think that we got past the sea of ghost-faced sunflowers so easily. After regaining her composure, the young girl looked at the grassman puppets around her. There were only a few dozen puppets left, forming a weak defensive layer around them. Gayao had never seen such a goo in her life. This was an eye-opener. These goo, although they do not have high combat strength, the greatest advantage is to use them as fodder. Chang Shan Yin came prepared indeed. Thinking so, the young girl diverted her gaze toward the person beside her. The more she spent time with Fang Yin, the more curious Gayao got, and the greater her determination to find out more about him. What sort of person is he? Entering poison grassland, what motive does he have? Chang Shan Yin. Chang Shan Yin. This name is so familiar, I've heard it before. Ah. The young girl's face turned red. When they had crossed the Sunflower Sea earlier, Fang Yuan held her hand. Those ghost cries and scary ghost faces made her frightened. She got closer to Fang Yuan and was almost hugging his arm, but she did not notice. Ge Yao quickly let go of Fang Yuan's arm, getting free of his hand. After she got to a safe distance, Fang Yuan slowly stopped his steps, turning to look at these sunflowers. These ghost cry goo and ghost face goo are decent goo, but I do not have the specialized goo worms needed to catch them. Catching a wild goo worm requires specific methods. These two goo worms were soul path goo. The goo needed to catch them were even more peculiar. It is time. Fang Yuan's gaze concentrated, discarding his mild regret as he turned his gaze towards fixed immortal travel goo on his shoulder. Immortal goo have overbearing aura. They could not be stored into mortal apertures. Spring-autumn cicada could barely be kept in the aperture due to its weakened state. Even if Fang Yuan ordered fixed immortal travel goo to stay on his shoulders and not move about, the immortal goo's aura would still leak. If a goo immortal senses it, it would invite grave danger. But thankfully, Fang Yuan had measures against this. He took out bright pearl goo. Go. He injected his primeval essence, and the bright pearl goo turned into a warm white light, floating onto fixed immortal travel's body, covering it completely. Bright pearl goo is a rank 4 storage type goo, mainly used to seal goo worms and cause them to go into deep slumber and be easily stored. Fang Yuan expended almost all his primeval essence before he successfully sealed the fixed immortal travel goo. Fixed immortal travel goo was like a jade butterfly sealed into a fist-sized pearl, but it was an immortal goo. Its aura still leaked out through the pearl. Except it was much weaker now. Fang Yuan was not surprised. This was only step 1. The following journey was much smoother. Perhaps due to that Sunflower Sea, not a single poison beard wolf appeared. The two continued to venture deeper as the poisonous fog on the grassland became thicker, until one could clearly see the purple fog in the air. When the two started coughly, they would stop moving and take out their goo worms respectively, getting rid of the toxins that accumulated in them. The deeper they went into the grassland, the thicker the fog, and the more often the two of them stopped. Ge Yao, who was active and lively, also started keeping quiet in order to avoid breathing in too much of the poison fog. Eventually, the purple fog started to obscure their vision. How much deeper are we going? Ge Yao could not help but ask. The deepest part of the poison grassland was a forbidden area for living beings. The deeper they go, the stronger the wild beasts inside. Many experts who went to explore lost their lives here. None returned. Among them were rank 3 peak stage experts and even rank 4. Soon, Fang Yuan replied plainly as he walked slower, until he stopped. Are we there? It's here? Ge Yao asked happily. Fang Yuan did not say a word. He squatted down and moved away some poisonous shrubs that had a weird appearance, as a hole that was hidden by the bushes appeared before him. This hole was the size of a large bowl. It has a smooth edge. Inside the hole was pure darkness. Ge Yao saw this and her eyes were fixed on the hole, breathing roughly. This is a hole dug by a earth spike rat. They live together in thousands and even 10,000s, forming into a huge group. They live under the grass inside the soil. As long as there are vibrations in the ground, they would attack from below. Their heads are like steel spikes. Once they shoot out, it can pierce a person's feet. Even a horse's hooves can get pierced. We cannot go forward anymore. Once we get encircled, there will be no way to survive. We will be submerged by endless rats. Along the way, we met no poison beard wolves. This shows that the Earth spike rats are the lord of this area. Who knows? The Earth spike rat king might be a myriad beast king. The young girl had lived in the grasslands since young. She knew clearly how powerful the Earth spike rats were. No, my destination is further ahead. Fang Yuan stood up. Chang Shan Yin. Excessive bravery is courting death. You cannot walk over this. In fact, in just a few steps, you will get attacked by the rats, Gilro Yao quickly explained. But Fang Yuan smiled lightly. Who said I am going to walk over? Just as he said so, pitch-black wings grew on his back. This, Ge Yao stared with wide-open eyes. Before she reacted, Fang Yuan already carried her up. As the girl screamed, Fang Yuan flapped his wings and flew above the ground. Ge Yao felt like her heart was stuck in her throat. The wind was blowing at her ears as she felt herself on swimming in clouds. Her legs could not touch the ground. Thus, she subconsciously grabbed Fang Yuan's neck. After a while, the young girl reacted and laughed heartily in Fang Yuan's arms. Chang Shan Yin, to think that you can fly. Father has a flying cloud goo. He used to bring me to play in the sky when I was young. Sigh, sadly, flying cloud goo is a rank 4 goo. I cannot use it. But even if I could, Father would not allow it. He would be afraid of me falling from the sky. He Yao recalled, before asking curiously, Chang Shan Yin, what flying goo is this? Why have I not seen it before? Fang Yuan did not answer. The young girl did not give up. This is the rank 3 eagle wings goo. Such speed and altitude is similar to eagle wings goo, but this does not look like it. Fang Yuan sighed. You ask too many questions. Rather than asking me useless questions, why don't you spend your effort on the shadow crows ahead of us? Shadow crow? The young girl reacted, seeing 3 shadow crows in front, flying toward them soundlessly. The shadow crows were large as an eagle. Their bodies were black, and they moved without sound. In this foggy, poison grassland, they were even more stealthy. The young girl's expression paled, her voice trembling. Chang Shan Yin, how good is your flying technique? If you are not good, let's land and defend on the grassland. No worries. Fang Yuan's voice was emotionless. I'm carrying you. I cannot attack. Next, it will depend on whether your spiral water arrow is accurate. What? Ah! The young girl had not understood what he said when Fang Yuan flapped his wings fiercely and charged towards the 3 shadow crows. Fang Yuan used his actions to reply to Yao. This is too insane. He did not think of running away, but instead wants to kill these 3 shadow crows. Ge Yao was shocked. In her panic, she shot out 2 water arrows. But these 2 water arrows, one missed completely while the other grazed the shadow crow's wing. Too slow again. Fang Yuan made a perfect turn as he flapped his wings toward the shadow crows again. What? Hey, wait, don't fight them. We are not on the ground. Our opponents are the shadow crows, famous for speed, Ge Yao shouted. The 2 humans and 3 birds charged towards each other in the air as they got closer and closer. Ge Yao could see a shadow crow enlarging quickly in her vision. As they got close, the shadow crow brandished its dagger-like sharp claws. Seeing that the sharp claw was about to hit her, Ge Yao's body turned cold from fright. Her fingers and legs were stiff as she was immobilized. We're going to collide. I am going to die. Just as she had this thought, Fang Yuan kept his wings, and they descended quickly, narrowly avoiding the shadow crow's claw. Next, he stretched out his wings and flapped hard, making a zigzag turn, flying up and chasing behind the shadow crow. Fire quickly, Fang Yuan shouted. Ge Yao's body reacted to his voice and subconsciously shot out a spiral water arrow. Fang Yuan's flying technique was too profound. He directly flew behind the shadow crow. Its back was completely exposed to Ge Yao. The spiral water arrow shot the shadow crow, piercing its body and causing a trail of blood. The shadow crow was killed on the spot, like a kite with its strings cut. It fell onto the ground with a loud thump. The grassland was silent for a moment before the ground vibrated, as numerous earth spike rats popped up from underground. That shadow crow corpse was immediately dismembered and dragged into the holes made on the ground piece by piece. The large shadow crow vanished in an instant, leaving behind a pool of blood, as well as some small pieces of intestines. The young girl became overwhelmingly nervous after seeing this. If she really fell, she would immediately get attacked by the earth spike rats. She would definitely die. "What are you thinking? Shoot them!" Fang Yuan chided, interrupting the girl's thoughts as she hurriedly attacked, shooting over 10 arrows before killing the 2 shadow crows. The 2 shadow crows landed on the ground and were immediately taken by the earth spike rats. Ge Yao looked at this as cold sweat appeared on her face. "Your accuracy is terrible. Quickly use primeval stones to recover your primeval essence." As Fang Yuan scolded, Ge Yao took out 1 primeval stones, but because she was flustering, this primeval stones fell out of her hand and landed on the ground. "You idiot!" Sorry," the young girl apologized in a sobbing tone. "Focus, calm down. Display your usual ability. There will be many shadow crows later. I have to depend on you." Fang Yuan's voice became more gentle. Yes. Ge Yao nodded her head in succession. After Fang Yuan consoled her, her mind slowly returned to a calm state.